Brace yourself, because you're about to witness something extraordinary unfold in real time, and most people are completely unaware of what's approaching. The majority will drift through these final June days as if they're just ordinary moments, simply another stretch of time melting into July. But there's an extraordinary force stirring beneath the surface, and if you're even slightly attuned, you've already sensed it. The reality is that this final week of June might hold more significance than all previous weeks combined, not for what's visible, but for what remains hidden. Yet not all that glitters deserves your trust, and if something unexpected manifests in your life in the coming days, whether it's a proposition, a chance, or even a person, stay vigilant, because there's a crucial reason why immediate trust might be unwise. I'll reveal why soon, so stay tuned, because this isn't coincidental. Has something recently emerged that seems suspiciously perfect? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to include 444 if you're anticipating the month's conclusion. While the masses get caught up in surface-level distractions this week, there's one significant detail almost everyone will overlook but you'll notice, and it all begins with the solstice. This isn't just any solstice. It's a spiritual turning point. An unseen gateway has just creaked open, and many won't realize they've stepped through, because this transcends mere sunlight or seasonal changes. It's about energy, cosmic pressure, as if some massive universal lock has just released, allowing otherworldly frequencies to seep into our reality. You might experience unexplained restlessness or emotional surges, even when everything appears normal. Some describe it as perceiving an inaudible sound or feeling observed in solitude. It's subtle yet potent, and for select individuals, it's like receiving an unrequested key, one that might unlock unexplored life dimensions or forgotten aspects of yourself. Exercise caution, though, because once certain doors open, closing them might prove impossible, and in mere days, that key could suddenly turn. Fortune won't pursue you this week. You'll need to seize it firmly. These final June days carry a mysterious reputation, one absent from traditional astrology texts, but whispered about nonetheless. Some refer to it as the luck portal, a 9-day vortex spanning from solstice to month's end, June 21st through 30th, where destiny doesn't merely knock, it forces entry. But here's the hidden truth. This week's luck won't appear fortunate. It might manifest as an apparent mistake, a cancellation, a blocked path, perhaps even a departure. Yet beneath these seeming setbacks lies momentum, and only the persistent will discover the true opportunity presented. You might receive an unusual message, encounter a seemingly inferior opportunity, or experience a conversation that completely derails. Stay alert. These moments won't appear fortunate initially, but they're tests, and success means showing up confidently when you're tempted to retreat. This isn't a time for caution. It's when playing it safe equals stagnation. This isn't random chaos. The energies during this final week push you beyond familiar territories. They shake loose what's stagnant and compel you to choose a direction, even without seeing the destination. That's the agreement. It's designed to pose one question: will you act before clarity arrives, or wait until the opportunity passes? Because this week's luck shows no patience. It won't nurture you, but it will reward those who recognize its disguised forms. On June 25th, darkness descends. The moon vanishes, but it's not just celestial bodies that disappear. Something within you fades too. This isn't your typical new moon bringing clarity or fresh objectives. It's one that removes your compass and leaves you alone with your thoughts, questioning their authenticity. For several days, your self-image, identity, and emotional foundations may begin dissolving, not completely, but enough to create a sense of watching yourself rather than being yourself. It's not confusion. It's a temporary void in self-definition. You might notice yourself responding unusually, speaking words that feel disconnected, experiencing emotions without clear triggers. This isn't losing touch. It's the moon removing your familiar reflection. It happens when usual identity patterns pause and something more fundamental emerges. It's meant to disrupt the patterns maintaining your ego structure, the roles, narratives, and self-definitions you maintain. This isn't punishment, it's purification. You're not meant to feel composed during this period. You're meant to feel empty enough to be authentic. Within that emptiness lies potential for something beyond image, narrative, or ambition. There's potential for pure presence, raw, quiet, and challenging to face. So if you feel strangely disconnected, out of sync, or unlike yourself, perfect. That's the intention. Because when your reflection returns, it might appear transformed. Sometimes the brightest blessings must vanish so you can remember your essence without them. June 24th marks an extraordinary moment most will overlook, yet its energy proves impossible to ignore. Jupiter, our solar system's giant, disappears behind the sun in a solar conjunction. It's beyond astronomy. It's cosmic choreography. The planet of expansion, abundance, confidence, and possibility vanishes. The dominant optimistic frequency fades, creating an internal silence. The shift might be subtle initially, but soon the brightness you rely on, that inner certainty of positive outcomes, the drive to advance, begins dimming. It's not hopelessness, it's emptiness. The silence after loud music stops. Because when Jupiter exits the stage, something remarkable occurs. Quieter spiritual voices finally gain audience. This isn't about losing hope, it's about trusting something beyond the obvious. This week, don't expect typical signs. Don't wait for clear signals or obvious encouragement. Jupiter's absence acts as a cosmic filter. The dramatic motivators quiet down, forcing you to seek your authentic motivations, those without fanfare, those quiet yet unshakable. People might notice their usual confidence wavering. Plans might feel uncertain. Assurance might crack unexpectedly. But don't mistake this for regression. It's not collapse but recalibration of power. When the planet of fortune and abundance hides, it's not removing these gifts. It's inviting you to discover how much abundance already exists within, even without external momentum, even without clear direction. True faith survives after the spotlight fades. This moment particularly affects those accustomed to forward momentum. If you rely on momentum, recognition, success, or spiritual reassurance for security, you might feel unbalanced. But instead of seeking clarity, this is the time to advance blindfolded. You don't need Jupiter's golden signal now. You need your own heartbeat, which has awaited this silence to be heard. Hidden fire often burns more intensely. On June 30th, Mars, governing drive, instinct, and action, disappears behind the moon in a rare occultation. It symbolically eclipses impulse, desire, and determination. When the moon covers Mars, something shifts in our emotional core. Typically, Mars represents action. It's loud, dynamic, forceful. But now, its energy doesn't vanish, it submerges. This creates powerful potential, because contained fire doesn't extinguish, it intensifies. This is where anger turns quiet, ambition retreats, where motivation doesn't disappear, it coils beneath. Watch those who remain silent this week. They carry internal fire. You might experience emotional contradictions, sudden motivation followed by emptiness, brilliant ideas that fade before action, urgent confrontational impulses followed by indifference. That's Mars trapped beneath lunar energy, emotion masking instinct, and its purposeful redirection. This moment isn't about dramatic action, it's about internal strategy. This is fire that doesn't explode. It calculates, waits, builds privately. You'll notice increased withdrawal around you, not from fear, but strategic planning. The quiet ones aren't disengaged, they're charging. If you feel emotionally withdrawn or delaying urgent action, pause. That delay might be this month's most strategic move. This power shift happens behind scenes. Deals form silently. Decisions solidify in solitude. Don't expect grand gestures. Expect intentions setting deeply beneath the surface. If something within feels ready to emerge but doesn't, don't force it. This isn't suppression, it's refinement. The fire remains, But this week it burns behind lunar energy, making it more potent, more sacred, more personal. Something approaches now, something unscheduled. June 27th brings the June Bootids peak, a meteor shower-defying prediction. Some years pass silently. Others bring unexpected celestial displays, as if the cosmos made last-minute decisions. Scientists can't predict it, and therein lies its significance. This isn't about spectacle. It's about disruption. Cosmic interference, a momentary reality breach. Looking straight ahead reveals nothing. These signals target peripheral awareness. Thoughts like whispers, misplaced symbols, unexpected signs you somehow notice. This week brings cosmic sideways glances, vivid dream fragments, small synchronicities targeting memory mysteriously. That's the Bootid effect. Signals hidden in the irregular, forgotten, almost missed. Important signs rarely appear significant initially. That's how they remain hidden until the right observer notices. You might feel drawn to revisit concluded matters, not for completion, but transformation. Unexpected communications or revelations might solve long-standing puzzles. Nothing seems significant until it echoes, revealing deeper truth. This final June week doesn't offer clarity. It offers possibility disguised as coincidence. The Bootids prove this. This meteor shower defies consistency, yet sometimes appears with unexpected brilliance. This week, watch the quiet moments, dismissed ideas, seemingly insignificant details. One holds importance. Perhaps the universe's final monthly message whispers rather than shouts. Breaking points always exist, but they're really where new doors begin. As this strange, dense, electrically quiet month concludes, a moment arrives, often feeling mundane rather than cosmic. It feels human, raw, exhausted, during late nights or early mornings, amid ordinary moments when everything seems muted and disconnected. That's when the threshold appears, almost invisibly. You might want to erase everything, abandon plans, walk away from recent passions. Everything might seem stagnant, perhaps even beyond caring. But listen carefully. That feeling isn't real. It's a signal, a release, your energy clearing final obstacles. Most quit moments before breakthrough. Be different. This represents a spiritual pressure point, psychic tension, the moment before transformation that feels like defeat, not from failure, but because your current identity can't contain what's coming. Seeds appear broken before sprouting. Temperature drops before sunrise. Your soul tests faith through silence before breakthrough. When withdrawal tempts, remain still. When destruction beckons, breathe deeply. Don't rush to reframe. Don't seek signs. Don't pretend strength. Simply stay present. Let it flow through you, because that threatening emptiness isn't void. It's space being created. Here's the revelation. If you maintain that space without demanding proof, something arrives. Not immediately, not on demand, but once old expectations fully release, the new path naturally appears. The sign comes not before, but because you stayed without it. This isn't month's end. It's the pause before inhalation, stillness before turning. If you remain present even during apparent collapse, you'll witness the exact moment of transformation, not by chasing light, but by waiting in darkness until it finds you. A long-held belief will soon waver, revealing truth rather than error. June 29th brings the quiet but significant convergence of cosmic forces. Saturn meets Neptune. Beyond technical terms, this represents reality confronting illusion, creating strange effects. The world doesn't shatter, but shifts enough to reveal unexpected dimensions. This isn't metaphorical. It's experiencing familiar elements, work, relationships, thoughts, and discovering previously hidden layers. Not because they were absent, but because recognition awaited this moment. Clarity isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's a growing realization. Expect unusual déjà vu moments, recurring conversational themes, heightened significance in ordinary phrases. Numbers, names, patterns might seem to follow you. It defies logic purposefully. You're not imagining things. You're receiving coded messages, like discovering fragments of an unknown story. Your current reality isn't false, just incomplete. Neptune reveals illusion. Saturn shows foundation. Together, they reveal hidden structure. The veil begins thinning. Most will dismiss it as fatigue or coincidence, but careful observers will recognize that some confusion actually masked premature clarity. If you notice patterns, you're perceptive, not confused. Don't force understanding. Allow revelation. The importance lies not in solving mysteries, but recognizing their existence. Once you notice the pattern, it becomes permanent. Quick arrivals this week likely mask truth. Remember the warning about deceptively fortunate appearances. This is that moment. If you're still watching, thank you for your attention. If you found value here, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Share your experiences in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.